Hi, family. How are you? Welcome to House of Victory's daily devotional by Pastor Lewis Keys. I'm Dr. Lauren Russell Smith. I am an elder at the House of Victory. I hope you are doing well. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here with us. Whether you're listening to a replay or you're listening to it right on time live, thank you for participating in the House of Victory's ministry. We're going to talk about the topic today, facing giants with faith. Facing giants with faith. We're going to go from 1 Samuel 17:37. We're going to go from the English Standard Version, 1 Samuel 17:37, English Standard Version. Boy, I don't know about you, but I got a lot of giants, okay? Um, the Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine. The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear will deliver me from the hand of the Philistine. David faced Goliath. Some of us know the story, but if you don't, we're going to give you cliff notes. David faced Goliath with faith, not fear. His confidence didn't come from his size or strength, but from remembering how God hand delivered him in the past. David wasn't just looking at the giant before him, he was looking at the God who was with him. Consider the giants you're facing right now, whether they're challenges at work, health concerns, relational struggles. Um, Reflect on past situations where God has delivered you and let that fuel your faith. Write down one giant and declare, the God who delivered me then will deliver me now. The God who delivered me then will deliver me now. Giants with faith. The interesting thing about David is that he's been practicing before he even know the giant was going to come. Sometimes our faith is stretched with small. They always say the victories is what win the war. And every step that you take in life, depending on what season you're in and where you're called to be, there comes giants. I know it's an old cliche that said new devils on every level. It's interesting. But one thing I've realized is that we have to realize that we don't fight against flesh and blood. And when you realize that this thing is spiritual, it kind of helps you alleviate the personal aspect of it. Facing God, facing giants, with faith. Here's the giant, but David had confidence. And the reason why he had confidence is because he remembered when God delivered him on multiple occasions. And I think we have to be remembered when God delivers us on multiple occasions to understand that he's exercising our faith. He's exercising who we are. He's exercising his divine deity in our life so we can understand that he is with us, and with this God can deliver us from them. So whatever giant that you're facing today, whatever it may look like, whatever it may feel like, I encourage you today to say, listen, you deliver me then, and you sure enough will deliver me now. I remember a time, it was this big thing that I had to do for work. It was big accreditation, and I was stressed. Everybody was stressed because it's the initial accreditation, and our reimbursing and funding will be based off whether we got this certification done. And I remember at the time, it was so much going on in my personal life. Like, I mean, I felt like I was being tossed and turned and tossed and turned. Just your girl was going through, okay? And I didn't even have the energy to even take on this type of task. for work. And I was talking to my team and I said, okay, well, we're gonna get this together. We're gonna do what we need to do. Now they didn't know it, but on the inside, I was like, it's no way possible. And Holy Spirit, when I was in worship, I remember him saying, you guys are going to pass. And I was like, okay, cool, bet. All right. But even though God gave me the reassurance that he will help me face this giant, I still had hesitancy. So it was kind of like, I know you're going to do it, but I don't know how you're going to do it. But since I don't, but I always believe I still need to do my part while I'm waiting on you to do your part. Because faith without works is dead, right? Okay, God, you said we're going to pass it. So I need to make sure I put in the overtime. I need to make sure we up in my team. We're checking all the boxes and we're going through the website and making sure that we meet all the standards. And you guys, and I knew physically and mentally and spiritually, I was tapped. And not only did we pass the accreditation, we passed it with no findings. And then we got a 100 on it. And that's when I realized I've seen God do some things in my life before, but this is the first time I was distracted at the level I was. And this was a God thing. And I feel like those prior situations that prepared me for this was able to increase my faith and know that he was going to do it. I just didn't know how he was doing it. But listen, when he did it, okay, listen, when he did it, I was like, now, I didn't know you was going to show out like that. You should have told me you were going to do it like this. And I want to encourage you, whatever giant you facing right now in your life, know that God will deliver and he will do it not in your strength, not in your strength, not in your strength, but in his strength. He will supersede your expectation. And not only will you be delivered from it, you will be healed from it. And not only will you be healed from it, you will be restored. And I trust God that he's going to do exactly that for you today. So remember, family, whatever you need is in the house.